Cutter's Degrassi Unpopular Opinions. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to yet another Degrassi Unpopular Opinion. And this is a very much a big Degrassi Unpopular Opinion I really have had for many years. Basically put, um, my Degrassi Unpopular Opinion is that uh, Adam and JT should not have been killed off the way they were intended to. Also, Cam. Like, you could also say Cam. So here's why. Now, as we all know, JT was basically the class clown and basically comic relief for Degrassi in the first few seasons. And then basically by season 4, he started to grow up a little bit. Mostly because he was caught with a penis pump by Manny. And basically says that basically you can't be the bigger man. Add on to the fact that JT was so willing to, like, he was doing TV stuff and basically wanted to hang around other people not named Toby. He basically dumped Toby off. Toby was left to be Rick's friend. And basically they have that kissing contest and all that. But anyway, JT basically tells Toby that, once Rick's out of Degrassi, you'll have to find someone else who knows your geek culture and all that. It's like, what the hell, JT? So basically, after Toby spills his guts about Rick and all that, and the fact that JT doesn't want anything to do with Toby, after Rick died, Manny decides to tear JT a new one. And JT realizes that basically he should be nicer to Toby. So he basically apologizes to Toby and all that. And then season 5, he and Liberty are a couple. Well, they were put in detention by Raj for writing a terrible song about Raj's reign as principal. And basically, all that. And Liberty ended up being pregnant and all that. And basically, JT crashes his car. Accidentally, of course. So JT says that he has to do everything in his power to get to be with Liberty and make sure all that. So basically, he quits his TV job and gets a pharmaceutical job. But Jay tells him that, people will sell their own grandmothers for one pill of OxyContin or whatever you want to call it. So JT's in the drug trade as a drug dealer. However, Liberty finds out and tells JT to stop it. JT does, but unfortunately the drug dealer wasn't really too happy with JT trying to get out of the trade. So realizing that he's lost Liberty possibly, he's probably going to jail for his drug stealing charges and all that stuff. He decides to take some pills and basically end his life. Fortunately though, he fails miserably, although he has to do counseling. Liberty breaks up with him and basically says that, I have to give up the kid. Now, of course, everyone says that, Liberty, for her part, is like, JT was trying to get this thing. And look, what the heck did Liberty do? Basically, Liberty spent all her time just trying to hide her pregnancy from everybody. I'm actually shocked. But I guess by the time that JT was in the hospital, Liberty's parents may have found out or something like that. But yeah, it seemed that Liberty wasn't helping JT out a lot. JT was at least trying to be a good dad because, JT's dad walked out on him and all that. However, JT's ignoramus end went in season 6 when he fell in love with Mia, who had a 2-year-old named Isabella. And basically put, Liberty felt a little jealous that why would JT gravitate towards her? Maybe it was because of the kid. And that made Liberty upset over the fact that maybe she should have kept her kid. But I don't think her parents would have wanted it that way. So anyway, yeah, we got jealousy on Liberty's part. And also with Lakehurst, it's like, what the heck? You're beating up JT just because that Mia used to date like a mafia member or something like that? A gang leader? That's kind of stupid, don't you think? So basically, they have a few episodes with the Degrassi Lakehurst feud. And then basically when Manny and Emma throw Liberty a birthday party, and all that, JT attends and still is conflicted. He calls Mia a meatball sub and Liberty oatmeal. No, I don't think that's good. But in the end, Liberty ends up dating. Like JT says, Liberty's the one for him, so he basically goes off to find her. She left the party, but JT basically searches for Liberty, and then basically Johnny and Drake, not Drake as in the music guy, Drake Lampley, the redhead. basically peed on his car, and then after JT makes a sarcastic reply, Drake comes in and stabs him in the back. Gets him in the aorta, JT bleeds out and dies. And Liberty somehow finds him and says, somebody help and all that. You know, JT's death was huge on Liberty. And Liberty didn't realize about how much JT wanted to be with her instead of Mia. Toby basically threw away a relationship with Liberty because of this. But Toby had to do it. I know that people crap on Toby for ruining a relationship by telling the truth, but like, fuck, it's Toby. Like, cut the guy a break. So for me, it was hard. And of course, you know, we also had the fact that Emma was upset over JT's death. But it wasn't over JT's death per se. It was basically that Manny refused to give her the time of day. Manny moved back with her parents. Her parents figured that Manny could be in trouble if she stayed where she was. And Emma's upset that Manny left her high and dry. Maybe Emma had to answer for the party. Maybe Emma felt guilt about things. Manny didn't help matters by ignoring Emma and all that when Emma needed it the most. I mean, yes, you could say Emma was being petty and all that, but you know what? Manny asked for it. So anyway, yeah, JT dies and all that. But he gets the GT York Memorial Garden in season 7, and basically Toby wants the school to pay tribute to JT. I mean, after all, he was Toby's best friend, and Toby basically was helpless. So you got JT's thing. And then Adam, you know, he was the first transgender character. I think he was the first one in Canadian TV history. I don't remember. Now remember, Americans, Degrassi is a Canadian show. Produced in Canada and all that, in Toronto and all that. But anyway, Adam basically was feeling pressure. He wanted to be a boy, just like his stepbrother Drew. Claire and Eli accept him for who he is, even though Claire is, you know, Christian and all that. But of course, I think Claire loses her Christianity in a sense because she thinks God should not be trusted after breaking up her parents. But that's a different story. Anyway, so you know, he gets accepted. There are some people who hate him, like Dave and Bianca and all that. But, you know, they all come around and all that. Becky basically is Adam's love and all that, but Becky's family is strictly a religious Christian family and basically doesn't want Becky dealing with transgender people. Becky even goes to reprogramming camp trying to make sure that she doesn't go anywhere near Adam. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, Becky and Adam are big, but Adam also had feelings for Imogen. I think it was Imogen. I thought it was Marisol, but I feel like it's Marisol because Marisol, after a while, left the show. But anyway, Adam ends up dying by texting and driving with Becky. And basically, yeah, it was huge. He survives at first, but the surgery was not a success and Adam is dead. Basically, everyone is upset and all that. I don't know. They paid tribute to Adam in the season 14 finale and all that because he would have graduated season 14. But yeah, it was sad to see Adam go and all that. He was a trailblazer. And then, of course, you know, Cam in season 12, he's brought in for like half a season. And we all knew, and the writers knew they were going to set him up to be killed and all that. It's kind of like Rick in a sense from season 4, but Rick was around in season 3 at least. Cam was just right off the bat. And then basically he has a love triangle with Sig and Maya. And you could probably guess that Sig was really jealous about Maya talking to Cam and all that. And, you know, Cam was upset that, you know, Sig was trying to have Maya all to himself and basically wants to pick on him. So basically, Cam has a fight with Sig. He's suspended, but Cam and Maya make up. And basically, Cam can't do anything and decides to break up over text with Maya. And it doesn't help the fact that Sig basically told him, if you like Maya, you stay out of her way. Such jealousy. What a prick. So anyway, I hate Sig a lot, but that's not the story. The story, boys and girls, is that basically Cam goes to the JT York Garden and commits suicide. It's never considered how he did it. Did he plunge himself? Did he slash his throat? Or, one of the most common things might be, did he drink garden chemicals? After all, I worked in a garden nursery in the summer 2019, and basically I know darn well about garden chemicals and toxicity. So basically, yeah, that is a plausible thing. But the problem with this unpopular opinion is Did they have to go like they had to go? Could they have been killed off some other way, or basically off the show some other way? I know that JT and Adam's character actors wanted to leave the show, but Cam's, I don't know how what Campbell Saunders is. I would say Monroe Chambers, but I'm probably wrong. I don't know who plays Cam. I tend to think of them the characters, not the actors. So anyway, yeah, did it have to happen? In my mind, there should have been alternate realities and all that. I mean, I know they set up Cam to be killed and all that. That's kind of pathetic in my mind, but it is what it is, and that's all there it is. I hope. So yeah, so Cam, suicide and all that. Maya basically was upset at first, saying that Cam shouldn't be praised. He was selfish for doing suicide. If he had just asked me, I would have helped him and all that. Maya basically was blaming herself for a lot of things and all that, even though that Cam wasn't really faithful to Maya as much as we all think he was. Basically, he was upset. Sig was upset at himself. He even told Maya that I may have killed Cam, and Maya still stuck by Sig. Although in season 13 and 14, she goes after Miles. But that was out of convenience because, she was still upset over Cam's death, and she thought she would never get anyone. It was sickening, like, after Maya confesses to her sister and her mom, Cam broke up with me, and I'll never be happy again. So freaking whiny and all that. Like, she never gave herself a chance. Like, freak. I know that she's troubled with Cam and all that. The worst part about Maya is that she refused to say Cam was in her mind in season 14. It would have helped a lot. And heck, people might have given her some sympathy. Jeez, Louise. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, JT and Adam didn't have to die the way they did. Adam could have probably went to another school that was more accepting of his transgenderness and all that. The actress, yeah, it was a female playing Adam, wanted to do other things and basically wanted to kill Adam off. They could have had Adam die by, even if Vince had managed to kill Adam by shotgun, by his gun, that would have been a better ending to Adam than texting and driving. Like, fuck. Sorry, but that's the way I feel. The fact of the matter is that it's hard to say about a lot of things. But yeah, Adam was a trailblazer in Canadian and possibly American TV. And like, friggin', they didn't acknowledge the fact? Like, good grief. I know there were a few more trans characters in Degrassi, but like, Adam was a trailblazer. And basically, 3 seasons later, we lose him. It's like, what the fuck, man? Sorry, that's the way it is. And it is in our popular opinion. But the one that strikes me the most is JT. Like, we all know JT was an actor and in TV and all that. And we all know Ryan Cooley, who played JT, wanted to go out and go to college. No big deal. But then he said, kill me off in the goriest way possible. It's like, what? Really? The fact of the matter is that, JT died being stabbed and all that in order to bled out. That was gory enough. Like, to me, he could have found an acting job anywhere else in Canada, even in like Southern Ontario, like Windsor, London, Kitchener. Probably not likely, but whatever. Like Kingston, Ottawa, even go to the West Coast or the East Coast. And I did. Stupidly, I keep forgetting that my hands are different. East Coast, West Coast. I gotta remember that the camera's the other way around with me. Stupid Cutter. Anyhow, so like he could have got an acting job, even in the States. But like still, I mean, okay, Ryan Cooley wanted to go to college. No big deal, but they freaking could have given JT a better send off. Like, okay, yeah, the sympathy and all that. That's perfect and all that. Even Emma had some sympathy, but that was mostly because Manny was ignoring her. And I know I'm getting flack for this, but Emma deserved to get mad at Manny for that. There is an Degrassi unpopular opinion in the unpopular opinions thing about why Emma was justified in getting mad at Manny in season 6. I suggest you watch it for more details. But anyway, yeah, like, jeez, knocking JT off like that, he was comic relief. And a lot of people said that JT was basically overrated, and basically his death is why people idolize him. It didn't do much for Degrassi in the first 5+ seasons. I disagree. He did a lot more than you think he did. And I did a JT York video in my Degrassiisms about him and all that. Although, to be fair, that was an older video. I still have it on the playlist. But I fucked up because I thought that Lucas was behind this whole thing. And besides, Mia and Nick and all that. Nick could have had something to do with it because, after all, like, how come we don't know much about Nick after JT got stabbed? Maybe he was the hitman after all, and maybe he went to jail for a long time. Who knows? Who cares? Oh, some of us do. So anyway, thanks for watching this unpopular opinion, and we'll have another one soon.